I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
I think we can hear you now.
Oh, good. We can hear you now.
We're
Hey,
back.
what's up?
And we're back.
And we're back. Oh, we got slings in the easy. We got an OG and we're back. We got double and we're backage. Triple because we did it thrice. So I can't see who's in amongst the the guys in Zoom, and I can't see amongst the guys in Facebook, but I see Avi Elias, Shalom to Avi Elias. Let's learn about cutting ourselves. Oh, double in the
You put a mirror on this kid.
We got DVJ in the easy.
DVJ's here too.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Saying bad, say words over here. Okay. Taner Rabbanan. Hamak is dam lo yochel chagvash. You shouldn't eat if you cut yourself. You shouldn't eat chagvash. See what that is. It's very interesting. For those following inside, you can see that we have a roche tevos as like a food. It's like some sort of army lingo. They shouldn't eat chagvash. We have to see what exactly that is. Lo chalav, not milk. V'lo gvina, and not cheese. Lo betzalim, not onions. Lo shechalim. Shechalim. Another vegetable probably that you should stay away from. We got to see what that is. We got to see if there's a Rashi. The im achal amrabai nasi reviyasa dechala the reviyasa dechamra. So okay, let's say a person lets out blood, and then taka he by accident he eats some of this chagvash or the gvina or batzalim. What's he gonna do? If he eats, he should have a revius of challah and the revius of chabra. So what is challah and what is chabra? You know, H? I'll say. So challah. Oh, look at that emoji, like that little square of DVJ. Adorable. Challah is vinegar and chabra is wine. So you should mix up a revius of vinegar and a revius of wine. The ne'arbivinu. I got it right the first time. It's a long word, right? Ne'arbivinu, mix it up. Behadi adade in itself. Finish and drink it. V'chi mifane. So when he goes to the bathroom, lo mifane ella lemizracha shalir mishum dekasha recha. If you go to the bathroom,
In general, or connected to after you?
I think it's connected to after you bloodlet. Then you shouldn't go to the bathroom only facing the Mizrach, the east, because otherwise the wind is going to be too strong and it's not going to be healthy. Okay. We got to a dot. So first we learned about bloodletting, which is interesting. You know, a lot of times Yids, Rahman al they cut themselves. So you know, it's still like the Gemara says, like, don't eat cheese afterwards. Now we got to see, what is this chagvash over here? Chagvash, says Rashi, chalav, gavina, betzalim, shechalim. You shouldn't eat those four things. Mishum dekasha recha. Because the wind for the east, if you go to the bathroom, I think shechalim are those small types of onions. I think shechalim are the small types of onions, but I'm not 100% sure. Harry, do you want to do a quick Goog on shechalim? What it is? Thanks. Rashi is v'kimifane. It says man de'achal hani basar hakaza. So first of all, Rashi answers Harry's question because Harry's like, wait, is that you should never go to the bathroom? Pepper grass, baby. Amazing. Pepper grass is over here. Nice. So Rashi answers your question. He says, yeah, someone is going to the bathroom, someone who does the bloodletting, after his bloodletting, uba lifanot chutz la'ir, he's going to the bathroom. And I guess they didn't have bathrooms in the city. They had to go outside of the city because it's more like sneers. And so when you're doing that, you shouldn't do it to the east, to the east side of the city because the smell is so bad. Wait a second. So Rashi says you shouldn't go to the east. The Gemara says you should only go to the east. But if you see in the Gemara, there's that dalid that goes a bach, and the bach is going to add us the word ella, as predicted. So you should only go to the east because otherwise otherwise the wind would not be good, right? They say, well, maybe it's for the goodness of the people in the city that your stench doesn't come over. But it's not a din because it's only a din in when the guy cuts. It's not a din in the city. It's a din in the guy. Okay. Zok the Gemara weiter. Amar Yeshua ben Levi Malin Unkali b'Shabbos. An unkali, eh? So Yeshua ben Levi says that you can go up on an unkali on Shabbos. So any questions that the Yids might have? Oh, nice background over there. Any questions that a Yid might have? DVJ, Shalom Aleichem. Any question that a Yid might have? What's an unkali? So if you read on, so there might be a Yid who's like, oh my God, I don't know what unkali is. I got to check Rashi immediately. But our Mahalach is no, we see the Gemara, we see the Rashi. And the Gemara, you go in the Rashi and the Rashi. And having to do the Gemara itself asks, my unkali. Well, what is this unkali? Amar Rabbi Abba says, is tumcha. It's in a stumcha. Oh, thank you for clarifying, Gemara. It's tumcha deliba. It's in a stumcha deliba. So that we're gonna have to see Rashi, but not right yet. And the aruch in the girsa of the ref, it says istomcha with a tet, not with a tuf. What would be the nafkamina if it's a tet or a tuf? If you're spelling it with a tet, spelling it with a tuf. If you're spelling it with a tet, l'chora, you should be looking for a Hebrew shoresh. If it's tes, it's a word in Hebrew. If it's a tuf, it's a word in Hebrew. If it's tes, it's probably a word from another language. So that's just like a quick grammatical shtickle for y'all. So we have to see what Rashi says about that. But first, we're going to see weiter in the Gemara. My isusa. So, what's the healing in such a case? Maisi kimona karuya v'ninya ve'agadisa v'tzisra tisri ve'abadita leliba bechamra. So you do all of these things with wine. You add wine, and the siman is yain yisamach levav enosh. So how do you remember that you're supposed to put it in wine? Because wine is what makes a person's heart happy. But he uses the word levav. Why doesn't it say yain yisamach lev enosh? Why levav? Well, we know we have simcha b'tov levav. We have there are a few references to the word levav. Seems maybe that it's referring to a person's mental state more. Shalom Aleichem, Rav Yid.
Shalom.
Aleichem Shalom, we got another Yid, and if you want to come Shteigin with us. Oh, unbelievable. What a schus for us. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Lerucha b'maya. to the wind and the water. The ruach of God, the spirit of the Avishter was, how do you say merachefes, sir? Hovering, baby, was hovering on the face of the water. Then it says luchuda b'shikra, b'simanech v'chada al shichmo. So they're bringing another. Oh, nice. Yo. So the beer over here. Good to see you, brother.
Likewise.
So l'chuda b'shikra b'simanech v'chada al shichma. Okay. So now we're gonna see. Now we're gonna see the Rashis. Now we're ready to see the Rashis. So, oh wait, hold on. We missed one Rashi from before. That a person shouldn't go to the if a person cuts himself. We're learning about cutting, Torah sanctioned cutting and bloodletting. And it says that if you let blood, you shouldn't go to the bathroom except facing the east of the city. If you go out of the city to go to the bathroom,
Cutting or is it poking?
could be cutting, could be poking, could be drawing, maybe like to draw the blood. It's bloodletting. We say lav dafka
I'm
cutting.
just thinking like band-aids and this, like it's gotta be like an easier way to get the blood out without opening too much skin.
That's true. Lav dafka cutting. But who knows how they did it back in the day? Face nish. So let's see what it says. So ruach mizrachit eno chazaka, because the eastern wind is not so strong. Because it's not like it says in Mishnah. Lo yachfor in Parak lo yachfor babasra ein osid borsaki el mizracha shalir. So if a person's a tanner, you shouldn't do it except for to the east of the city. U'Maseches Brachos, right, it says Hayoshem the Mizrach Gorno Dama Barosho. Someone who is sleeping on the east of facing east in his granary, he's taking a risk of his life. Shuruk Ma'arav is Mevia Alav, because when he's sleeping in the east, the western wind is going to hit you hard. Ubesukanu, and it's very dangerous. Have some chod? Yes, I'm gonna have it with some crackers. Shkaya Gado, we even have food. Even have food. I made a bracha beforehand to all of you Choshesh B'Kasherims. So he says Malin Unkali B'Shabbos. So he said my unkali, Amar Rabbi Abba is Stomcha. And we said, what's an Stomcha? We said, what's an unkali? And we said, it's Stomcha de Liba. So says Rashi, Dofne Basar, walls of meat, Shadachas Alev, Viha Tarfasha, Ru Tarfasha. Oh, so you're allowed to maybe remove this part of the unkali, or you're allowed to remove this part of the heart, like it surrounds the heart. Mitnachrina, Tanoch, so it's like an earlobe by the heart. Shegorin nivla. Uba'amim shenichfav litzad pneim. Sometimes it goes in. Ume'agiv and neshima v'zehu ikar. Okay, so that's the ikar. So it's like a flap we have on the heart, right? And the yid has a flap on his heart that's preventing him from like being able to breathe too well. So you're allowed to fix it on Shabbos, right? You're allowed to do that type of healing work on the Sabbath. By the way, DVJ, do we have a time limit in here? And if so, how much time we have left? And he's
I'm trying to figure out the time because it doesn't
okay.
tell me how much time is left
Nishtay.
in this state.
All right, all good, all G. So, anyways, you're allowed to do this heart operation on Shabbos. Like maybe it's not fatal. So they're like, oh, maybe you can't do it on Shabbos. Comes the Gemara and says you can do it on Shabbos. We're doing the sentence of Avodah Zuh now, and so we're talking about like, well, what health can you take from an idolater? What can we trust him with? What can't we trust him with? And so once we talk about that, so we've been talking about like health for the last couple of shiurim. But one thing the Gemara does not say so far is don't get any vaccines. That's what the Gemara says. The Gemara doesn't say take it. Anyways, so we say, okay, well, what is the healing? So you bring a kimono, karuya, Zog Rashi, kein kaf egrof. So it's like a kind of like fisted spoon. Ninya agadasa. So it takes a mint. It takes a mint. Nana, b'lashon Yishmael. So the Haggadah Yudim say, yeah, it's Nana in Arabic. So by the way, if you're ever wondering where Nana came from in modern Hebrew, that it's mint, it's an Arabic word. Agadasa, Asev Mar, you take a bitter herb, a bitter leaf, which is a Marubia lavan, which is a white Marubia. And you take Sirsi, which is La'ana, which Targumidan is Gidin. So, La'ana. So Agada is La'ana, and it's translated as Gidin. La'ana is like a different type of food or something, or herb. Sirsi is Shidriya. It's a type of bosem used for spice, another type of spice. And it is Leliba Bechamra, Leistumcha Deliba Yishta Elbian. So you mix all that up with wine. And the pasuk that you remember what you take it with is Yayin Yisamach Levav Enosh. That wine makes the man's heart happy. The Rucha B'maya. Lerucha, so what's Lerucha over here? It says L'shachafas Shemitachas Ruach Yishte Elu B'mayim. Shemachman. Oh, if a person has some sort of disease because of the I got it. If a person has shafachas, which is like something, he has another type of disease. If a person has the shafachas, it's like blisters because it's like wind blisters. So then he should mix all of these ingredients in, not with wine. Wine is if you have the heart problem. If you have just shafachas like blisters, then you mix all that in. You mix it with water. And if you have kuda, if you have the kudis, maybe, then you have it with beer. So, what is kuda? Kuda is a sickness of a woman who gives birth. Choli isha yoledes umitzanenes al hamashber. So it gets cold on. Oh, she gets a cold while she's giving birth, when she's sitting on the mashber.
There's herbs taken with the wine.
Right, herbs and spices. But then but if the girl has this thing after she gives birth. She should mix all these herbs up with beer. Abaush, do you know what shachafas is?
I don't.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, me neither. I think it's boils. I think it's like blisters.
Like,
Shafach is Rashi. It's not gonna.
oh, it's a Rashi.
Yeah. When it says ruach, what is it? When it says ruach, you have it with water. Rav Acha, Berei Rava. So Rav Acha, the son of Rava, Shachik Lehu Lechulhu Bahadi Hadadi. So he mixed all of these herbs and spices up. V'shagul le male chamesh etz base, and he took like male of his 5 fingers. V'shatzi le, and he drank it. Okay, Gishmak. Rav Ashi sachik kochad v'chad v'chude. But Rav Ashi didn't mix them up. He just took each of these things by himself. V'shagil mali etzba a Rabsi. And he took the amount, not of all his 5 fingers, but just his big finger. Now, is the big finger this, the thumb, or is the big finger this? The chayra, we got kasha. We don't know which is the biggest finger.
Live and fair.
Live in Schwer over here. Nice. Sligs, how you doing in New York?
Baruch Hashem, Achi. I'm chilling, but just wondering which finger is the big finger over here.
Oh my! Oh my!
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Shkaya Gadol Rabid. So V'shagil Umale Etzba Zarabsi, see, big finger. Umale Etzba Zutrasi, and the full of the small finger. The small finger we all know. He took that much of each one. Amar Rav Baba Ani Avdi L'Chohani. Rav Baba's like, I did all of this. V'lo Izdai. And could you believe it? He did not get healed. Rav Baba. Ad Amar Liyahu Taya. Until that Arab told me, I see kuza charita. You got to bring a new kuza. And there's no excusa.
That's a pretty good one.
Oh, thanks, bro. You gotta be a new kuza over here. Umalia Maya, and fill it with water. Virami Bay Tarvada. Oh, and you gotta put spinach in. Spinach. Every time we're Shteigin, we got Yanim coming up.
Spinach.
What?
It's Chef Zalman spinach.
Oh, Ziggy Zalman spinach. So he couldn't be here with us in Shir, but he's with us in spinach. So until I took some spinach, the duvsha, and I put honey in it. Jidalila bekochvi. Jidalila bekochvi that I hanged on it. I hung on it. The house of a star. You guys hear Rashi says about that. But the thing is that Lemachar, the next day,